Kicker for the Saints, Will Lutz, has it teed up, and here we go from New Orleans. And a short kick taken at about the 16. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
The defense thought they had that play covered, but it still got driven backward by those blockers. Those types of plays are a key part of any team's offensive game plan. It all starts up front in the trenches.
James has got it. Complete. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 1st down, Giants on a pickup of 14.
But I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
Steps away. He's got a man, complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That one goes for 36 yards.
Well, things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us or their game plan, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Throwing Jones. And a diving effort, but only right at the line of scrimmage. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Just a gain of a yard, but it's going to set him up with a 1st and goal.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the 1st down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
Now Jones. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Give the sack to David Onyemata, the product of Nigeria by way of Canada. The 1st and goal looked like things were set up nicely, and now all of a sudden on 2nd and goal, Charles, a big challenge ahead of them.
And you have to know when you're this close to the goal line, things are going to happen faster, so you've got to get the ball out quick. Not going to have much time in the pocket before the defenders bring pressure.
And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. It's a pickup of 3, but still a little work to do on 3rd and goal. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory, or might he go for it?
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Excellent defensive effort to get to him and provide a little contact before the catch could be made cleanly.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked through an opening, and there he goes. The 40, the 30, 10, 5, touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there. One play, 75 yards. And the Saints take the blocked field goal and convert it into 6 points. Winston to throw for it. So pretty interesting. They get the opening drive touchdown. They wanted a little more. They were looking for 8, maybe something they thought about before the game started, I would imagine.
I think you're right about that. That's discussed in your staff meeting. A decision is made. I think the head coach has to blueprint it and say, yes, let's go ahead and do that. In this case, though, let's give some credit to the guys on defense. They gave up the touchdown, but found a way to regroup and keep them out of the end zone for the 2-point play.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. The last time they had a little bit of a special teams breakdown. That field goal was blocked.
Yeah, and everything has to be precise in the kicking game. Snap, hold.
He's got a man, complete. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Darius Slayton, 72 yards. And the Giants strike quickly here to tie up the ball game. Well, they went play action there and set it up nicely for him. I mean, he can flat fly, and they hit him downfield.
And it doesn't take much to create that extra bit of space that a guy of his speed needs. If you go play action, all you want is just a moment.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the linebacker, Jamario Davis.
Well, as most teams do in their 2-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you get a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. So back even at 6 apiece as the kick's away. And from the end zone, Deontay Hardy will bring it out. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Winston and the Saints now with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. They run it again with Kamara. And the defense closes quickly there. He'll get maybe a yard to the 33. Here's Kamara trying to run for him. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. These two teams all tied after 1. Off the play fake, Winston. Finding Taysom Hill complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one goes for 24 yards. So the ball moves from 138 to the other as they come up on 1st and 10. Winston to give. It's Kamara. And he'll go down at the 28. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Now that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
On 2nd and inches, Winston. He'll buy some time right. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Taysom Hill, 28 yards. And the Saints have taken the lead. Certainly there are good things about quick strike offenses that score fast. But a long drive can also work to your advantage as well.
In so many ways, Brandon, because number one, you get them tired, but the big one is mentally. They can't figure out how to slow you down, how to get off the field, how to get the ball back. They go to the bench wondering, what are we going to do next time in order to stop those guys?
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Fields this way up at the 17. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. Out to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. And that is caught. He's got it for a giant touchdown. Darius Slayton with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Giants are an extra point away from capturing the lead. Brian Dable dialing up a play call here as they will go for 2. They'll try and run it here. And he is not going to get to the goal line. The defense keeps him out of the end zone, and as a result, that's going to keep this game tied. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 35. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. Big Leonard Williams there on the stop. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Second and 9.
Hey, 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
Again, it's Kamara. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carries.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Winston to throw for it on 4. And it's intercepted. And the Giants are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. First down, Giants on a pickup of 14. Barkley, inside handoff. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. On 2nd and a couple, Jones Dancing to his left.
And he'll be brought down at the 27.
Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jones. He's got the tight end, Vanette. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. On 1st and 10, Jones escaping the pressure right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Jones. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Darius Slayton on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns.
And the Giants have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Jones throwing for it.
So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst, and if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
So not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3. A fairly short kick from the 14. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the 3rd quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the 2nd half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the 3rd quarter.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 23 yards the pickup there.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
A first down throw for Winston. Buying time to his left. And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
Well, that play was certainly a little bit different because on the previous play, he was sacked. This time, protection a lot better. Had time to survey the field and still couldn't find an open receiver.
A 10th carry for Kamara. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. A pretty good effort there, 9 yards, but not enough. We'll likely see the punt team now on fourth down. They're indeed going. It's Winston. Sliding out of the pocket. He is going to find Hill here. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. And that was just a good job there of being mobile and creating something.
Being able to extend a play and get people open or buy yourself more time to run with the football, that's a really nice job there.
So after the big play on fourth, here's 1st and 10.
Jameis to throw it. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara.
And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
From the 22, Winston. Flush to his right. And his throw here's incomplete.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on third down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. Kamara up the middle. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a fourth down.
That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Fourth down, Winston. Flushed out right. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And the Giants are going to get the football back. The Giants' offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They begin with a run by Barkley. Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
78 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
They keep it with Barkley on first down. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On second down at 4, Jones.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Marcus May with a pick. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
It just appeared there that the defense, they had that read from the moment the ball was snapped. And not only did they get the interception, had a nice return on top of it, all the way into the end zone for a defensive touchdown.
Yeah, and the guy made the play. He gets the points. But it really was a group effort, wasn't it? How about the coaches? They've got to be so excited. All the preparation, time in the film room, it translated into a big play that put points on the board for their team.
And he is not going to get to the goal line. The defense keeps him out of the end zone, and as a result, that's going to keep this game tied. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he doesn't even get this to the 10. He's taken down at the 9.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago and threw the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Jones.
As this complete to Daniel Bellinger.
And he'll be out right at the 35.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain, so you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley, and he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Up the middle with Barkley. And he'll take this ahead for about 4, 2nd down coming up.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Looking to throw. Jones.
He's got Bellinger. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
So they'll try to move the ball closer here on 3rd down. A field goal from this spot would be just inside of 60 yards, 59 to be exact. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Now Jones throwing on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Giants go on 4th, but come up empty. And the Saints will have the football back. They begin on the ground with Kamara. They find some open field here. They juked him, and he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
The 71 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now a handoff. Here's Kamara.
Brought down at the 20.
It's a pickup of 3, and we have now arrived at the 2-minute warning. So it's Saints football as we get you reset.
2nd and 7 from the 20.
They face a 2nd down, but they are in field goal range. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Taysom Hill, a 20-yard touchdown.
And the Saints have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the 4th.
Winston to throw. And this one's caught. And their 4th quarter lead grows by a couple more. So they go with a pass there on the two-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their two-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have two-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they try to go on a huge